This is for the ones who think deeply, the ones who ask themselves hard questions in quiet moments, the ones who know that there is more to life than surviving routines and living on borrowed opinions. Welcome to Brighter Minded Podcast. My name is Elisha Obuna. This is not noise. This is not motivation that fades tomorrow. This is clarity. Here we confront habits that hold us back, patterns that we normalize, and comfort that quietly kill purpose. We talk about discipline when motivation disappears, truth when excuses feel easier, growth when comfort feels safer. This podcast is a mirror to help you see yourself clearly, think intentionally, and live deliberately. Because a changed life begins with a changed mind. If you are ready to question your thinking, break limiting habits, and become intentional about who you are becoming, you are in the right place. This is Brighter Minded Podcast. Think deeper, live clearer, become brighter minded. I titled this episode Why You Must Become Brighter Minded Before the 26th because most people don't need more motivation, they need awareness. They don't need another speech, they need honesty. Before the 26th of this month, something must change, not around you, but within you. This podcast exists because too many people are living unconsciously. They wake up, they scroll, they complain, they repeat, and years later, they wonder where time went. You're watching this podcast, it is not by accident. Something in you knows that there is more. Now, why must you become brighter minded? What does it really mean to become brighter minded? Being brighter minded doesn't mean being smarter than every other person. It means being more aware of yourself today than you were yesterday. It means you notice your patterns, you question your habits, and you stop living on autopilot. A brighter minded person will always ask himself, why do I do what I do? Why am I comfortable? What is delaying me? Why am I comfortable? What is limiting me? These are the questions a brighter minded individual will always ask himself. Now, why did I say you must become brighter minded before the 26th? It is because delay is dangerous. The biggest lie we tell ourselves is, I still have time. Time is not the problem. Comfort is the problem. You see, whatever you tolerate today becomes your lifestyle tomorrow. See, most lives are not destroyed by one big mistake. They are destroyed by small habits people refuse to fix. If this episode spoke to you, comment one habit you are breaking down below. Now, let's talk about three major habits that quietly kill progress in life. Three major habits that quietly kill purpose and keep people stuck. Habit number one, procrastination. Procrastination is not laziness, it is fear wearing tomorrow's clothes. You delay because you are afraid of failing. You delay because you are afraid of being seen. You delay because you are afraid of starting imperfectly. Now, here's the hard truth. Delaying action only strengthens fear. I'll say that again. Delaying action only strengthens fear. The clarity you seek will come as you take action, not not before you take action. Clarity comes as you keep on taking action, not not by waiting. So waiting is actually dangerous, but the clarity you seek will come as you keep taking action. All right. Habit number two that keep people stuck: seeking validation. You keep living for validation. Many people don't live for purpose; they live for validation. They live for approval. They live for applause. They ask themselves, will I be accepted? Will people like this? What would they say? The moment you lose control of your life, the moment you keep living for validation, you are living for approval, that is when you keep living, that is when you lose control of your own life. Habit number three, you keep avoiding discipline. Now, motivation feels good, discipline builds life. Motivation shows up when it feels easy, discipline shows up when things get difficult. If you wait to feel ready before you start, you have to wait forever. Now, let me be very honest with you. There was a time in my life I consumed more than I created. Yes, I consumed more than I created. I thought so much, but I acted very little. All right. I just couldn't stop scrolling through social media pages. What changed for me was not motivation. It was awareness. Because growth begins the day we stop lying to ourselves. When you notice your patterns, you notice your excuses, you know, that's when growth starts. Then you say, oh, I've been doing this thing for a long time. I haven't been seeing any results. What can I do differently? What habits, what habit do I have that are holding me down? How can I break free from this habit? That is when real growth begins. The day you stop lying to yourself. Now, this is my challenge to you watching me right now. Pick one single habit, just one habit, not two, one habit that you have. Now, once you've identified that habit, take one uncomfortable action against that habit. I didn't say you should take two or three actions, just one uncomfortable action against this very habit. and see your progress. Now, if your habits, if you do, you find out that your bad habit is procrastination, right? Now, this is what you're going to do. Let's say you're a content creator, but you keep saying until I have all the tools I need to create content, that's when I will start. Now, this is what you're going to do for me. Now that you have identified your bad habits, all right, take one uncomfortable action. Just start creating content, regardless of the fact that you don't have all the tools. Start creating content, create imperfectly, create anyhow, and see your progress in the next 3 months. Before you leave this moment, pause. Don't rush back into noise. Don't return to autopilot. Ask yourself, what did this episode reveal about me? What habits did it confront? Now, real growth in life doesn't happen by listening alone. It happens when awareness turns into action. Carry one lesson from this episode. Let it change the way you think, the way you choose, and the way you live. If this episode made you reflect, share it with someone who needs clarity. Subscribe if you are committed to growth, not hype, not comfort, but truth. Until next time, keep thinking intentionally, live deliberately, and keep becoming brighter minded.